burnt out when it came out.
I played the entire Borderlands pre-sequel in co-op, start to finish, and it was like 4-player co-op, not just 2. So
I think my problem with
it was good
four-player
fun to do.
co-op, I don't like it from the beginning. Like, I think you have to play at least 10% of the game before you enter into a big co-op thing.
It's fair to say that, yeah.
Because the beginning of the game, since they were only ever dropping like one weapon per person, or per kill, you'd have everybody else be so underpowered, and then you'd have one person have everything.
Massively overpowered, yeah.
Yeah. And since the enemies were all given so much extra health, so much extra levels to make it challenging, it just was completely unbalanced.
Yeah. I'm surprised that this achievement's lasted me so long. I mean, I'm nearly 2 hours in now, and I'm still going. I mean, I have taken a short break while I replied to like a text message, and I messaged Sasha to say, you know what, good luck this week. I mean, it's kind of an empty gesture because it doesn't really look like Sasha really cares, but at least I've done it.
Right.
It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I think I might have just got myself into some serious trouble there.
What happened?
From LP Field.
I got mugged basically from behind by like 4 or 5 zombies.
Waiting for the kick.
And they were hitting me a fair bit. So I did make it through though.
now we've got a young quarterback about to head onto the field for the first time today.
You know, Jim, this guy's he's starting to inch his way up into that elite status, and he keeps playing solid football. So if he goes out here today and plays a good solid game again today, we're gonna start talking about him differently here in the future.
This offensive line today will be leaned on to protect their quarterback as well as opening up some running lanes. Second down now. Handoff made. Tackled just 3 yards short of the first.
So what achievement have you got in Madden to do?
Complete a solo mutt challenge.
In the National Football League, they let him stand back there and
Right.
play center field. He reads the quarterback and then tries to go and make those plays.
After that last carry, it's 3rd and 3. Offense lines up here. He's
Get manageable?
another carry.
Yeah.
Reasonably manageable.
Through the defender. Got a big lane.
I think I just have to win this game.
3rd and short. I don't know what you do anymore. I've given up. Do you throw it? Do you run it? Do you have that kind of faith in your offensive line? Well,
And
the offense does. They run the football.
what's everyone else working
Great
on?
job by the offensive lineman, giving that running back a chance to get that first
No,
down.
Joe's kind of watching. I'm not sure if Derek's around at all.
Derek doesn't watch too many streams. Ooh, Rios. That's a interesting one.
In the NFL. He'll pick up 7 this time.
I think Derek was playing Gone Home, I saw.
The Titans have really been dominant today.
So
on the
that should be a
offensive
quick one.
side. In the red zone now, they just take the football and they run it right at the defense and pick up solid yards.
We're through 1 quarter, and we'll take a short break as you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third down.
But his competitors actually played each of their weeks, so he's gonna have a to score.
Tougher.
Hey Jam,
Nice job that time
is this
by
like the
offense, getting
3rd or
first
4th
down
time you've had a
inside the
Pimp
red
My
zone.
Ride achievement?
And it's a good thing they got a quarterback
I think it
with a
is.
strong arm,
Yeah.
because you gotta throw
In all fairness, it
to
is
some tight
absolutely
spots in the red zone.
appalling game.
Offense lines up here. Right
You see, for Jam, Pimp My Ride is like my version of Pac-Man. Just get it done, man.
Now we bet first and goal that the offense about 90% of the time is going to run the football. And what do they do here? They run it and they get it done. That is power football.
It didn't get black for college football. That's what everyone wanted you to stream there. So
70 yards rushing. Marvin will try to run this one out. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Seahawks get ready to start their drive. Split backfield here. First and 10.
I've actually got a manageable list this week. I'm quite pleased with that.
Quarterback's got to know when it's inside of 2 minutes and that clock is moving, you want to get the football
And I won't get
down
20.
the field and out of bounds. Hold
But
on to the football.
I don't think I need
hell
20.
No, I won't.
Gets the sack and that just kills the time.
No, you probably need like
Should have had it.
14 or 15 and a win.
Doesn't get much worse than this, does it? You're losing the football game. Now you're looking at 3rd and long, and look, there are no miracles in the NFL. I'll tell you that. So be smart.
Got Bass Pro again.
Go
Oh
for it.
dear.
Dump it off.
And they love giving you that game.
3rd and long. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. He's going to be brought down, and that's going to be a 3 and out for this offense.
I've got no prayer of getting 20. I know that already.
They can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
Yeah, we kind of figured that, Jam. That's why you kind of get the achievements a little bit quicker, because every week they're like, just give them the same achievements as last week. Just the next one on in the story. We only joke about it because we're jealous.
The Titans come out for the next possession. The Titans line up, split backfield. The Titans have it at the 39. Play action fake, looking to throw. Tough catch. Sherman's in on the tackle. The Titans are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. The defense loading up on the line, getting set for this snap. They'll run it here. And he's in for the touchdown.
I don't believe the Jam bribes anyone. Well,
Just an off the
certainly hope not.
The defense, I think it's first and goal. Well, you know it's going to be a run, or I think you should be playing run.
I'm just very curious to see how Matthias gets on this year without being able to manipulate his list. I mean, I know he's doing pretty well in the group stages, but will that carry through?
Yeah, who knows?
We will soon see.
This is Curse running it out. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24.
Yeah, but who can say in it for fun? Like, especially when you're known to be a big competitor like that.
First down, offense readying for
Well, he plays all those like 0.5 star games that he rates everything at. Not every game he plays, so.
takes the knee.
I'm friends with somebody who does that too, so.
That's second down coming up. So that's going to do it for the first half. Titans
Awu is, or previously known as Razor
I know.
Priest. Okay, you know,
Yeah.
yep.
The Seahawks
I know,
shape
yeah.
now to return the kick.
Everybody does pretty much. It's hard to miss him.
But I did a bit of friendly competition with him on
the return.
Asken 2, the World Beneath.
All over him at the 18
Oh, I
Is
hate
there-
that game.
As
And
to
not
who's going to
because
finish
it's
it
difficult.
first, and he got there. He got there before I did. I got third.
But you got it post-patch.
An extra tight end on the field.
I got the final one post patch. Yes.
Game's about 3.
That's still a
the
sore spot
times
for him.
10. Yeah.
I feel terrible for him because of who was it who requested or made a big deal about that? Somebody was like,
Don't
somebody
remember.
antagonized him about that so much.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember seeing that. No, I got the medals pre-patch, so I was the second person to get the 63 medals. I just couldn't get the time mode one that he got.
Well, he put,
Fair
the way
play
he
to him for
described
doing
it was he put just hours.
Third and a long. Ball's on the ground. Oh, they cough up the football and the deep touchdown.
Like
He put a hell of a lot of time into that.
Yeah. I can't believe somebody put that kind of time in.
But he was more hurt because I had a better score than him, both in score and in multiplier.
Will now be in an even deeper hole here as they give
He actually messaged me and said, I could have sworn that you were going to do it. It's like, man, I got 8 or 9 a couple of times, but I just couldn't get that final one.
He'll take it from the 1. Just across the 20.
Yeah, I volunteered for the Cuphead walkthrough yesterday, so.
The Seahawks come onto the
Cool.
field for their next series. Offense lines up
Perks of
here.
being on the team.
So, will that get done before the Turing test one?
Well, I'm only a manager for Turing test, so Joe says she's finishing that this week.
And I believe her wholeheartedly.
Our goal is to get that one, or for her to get that one done before it goes gold, so. And I believe that we will.
So, there's 6 days to go.
Plenty
6
of
days
time.
to get it done and approved and up.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
She just has to finish writing. As soon as she does, she'll send it to me for review, and when it's in review, I can knock it out in a day. And as soon as the review's done, and I say it's good, they'll post it immediately.
Especially given that, like you say, it's going to go gold within the week.
No, the funnier question is, will I finish Witness, Betham, or Cuphead first? Because I am going to be the owner of all three of those.
Failed to pick up the first down, and they'll give the ball back to the other side.
I don't know if they were confused or not, but the left side of the offensive line that time, they were not aggressive. They got pushed back.
It's one of those wait and see what goes on sale. If something goes on sale, then maybe focus on that one first.
Well,
Cuphead is what
technically-
I would suggest, purely because it's new, so more people would be looking for assistance.
True. I mean, technically, I'm only supposed to have one, but, you know.
They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
We try to make sure that each person only has one, so they don't, you know, build up a collection of stuff that's incomplete.
Yeah, I was looking at Rage last week when I got it in head-to-head. I was like, right, I want to know how far into the game this achievement is. And I had a look for a walkthrough, and it said no walkthrough. I clicked on the review, like the forum for it, thinking, oh, what's the progression on it? And it was originally started 5 years ago by one person, and then nothing. And then someone else took it over, and they were like, oh yeah, I've done most of this game already, so I should have it done soon. And that was 4.5 years ago. And the reason they gave for not doing it was because they became one of the walkthrough managers, and they're like, I haven't got time anymore.
Who was it?
I
that-
honestly
you know what, that's a
don't
stupid
remember the
question.
name.
I'm gonna look. See who did it. See if there's still a manager.
They kinda-
versus somebody.
They took over from somebody else. The original walkthrough.
These receivers in the NFL, they are so good now. Anytime you see a drop pass,
Oh,
it's almost
yeah,
always
no.
the one reason. They took their eyes off the football before it got there.
Yeah, Range is a great game jam. I mean, I was actually getting into it. I mean, I've not really put much time into it. It's one of those, I started it because someone wanted to do the multiplayer, and when multiplayer is on the cards kind of thing, you're like, yeah, I'll just get it done, and I can plug through the campaign as and when. And I started the single player previously, and I was really struggling with it because I decided to go through a nightmare to begin with. That was a stupid move on my part. But this time I've gone back through it on an easier difficulty, and I'm enjoying it. It's got kind of like a Borderlands-esque feel about it.
Just a lot more serious.
He's got a chance for a return.
Yeah.
That'll stop the play right there.
Of course, Jim, you and I would have called a fair catch there because you know why? We're cowards. Who'd want to take this kind of punishment when the defender's all around you?
The jumbo set on the field. First down at the 34, and that picks up 3.
Hard sometimes as an offensive coordinator to call plays to catch the defense off guard when you're winning and it's late in the game. So they played it very predictable there. The defense was ready.
Funny you say that the only tricky bits were the races, because the achievement I had to go for was to win your first race. So,
He's looking to the right here on this throw. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
and I did actually manage to get it. And thankfully for me, the person I was up against last week was a put-in, and I do actually know the person as well. So I knew that they weren't going to be involved in any way, shape or form. They've already pretty much told me that. So
they're in punting formation. Bill, before we go, how about a little chat about how much this win means?
Well, you know, Jim, let's look at it this way. It was just a nice win. It keeps your confidence up, and it just gives you a little energy to go out next week and try to accomplish it again.
Well, there's number 3.
Wow. We're still working on number 1.
And I passed 389,000 gamer score.
Nice. So you're closing in on the 400k. I'm hoping that by the time head-to-head finishes, I should clear the million. Should be brilliant.
Million TA.
TA, that is. Yeah. I'm
Yeah, I
about
think I got a chance
11,000
at
short.
I think I've got a shot at 700,000 by the end of the year. But that's still 53,000 TA away, so. And I'll be fighting ratio decay for the next who knows how long.
Yeah, well, for Cuphead, yeah.
Yeah.
It won't decay that much, I don't think, because a lot of people will be starting it over time, especially if there's a walkthrough that goes up for it. So, it might push it up a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's got almost 26,000 people who've started it on site. That's great for an ID.
That's more than Forza, so yeah. It's a lot more than Forza.
Really?
I was surprised that, yeah, I was surprised that Forza's not gone up that much at all in comparison.
Only about 14,000 people. Wow.
Yeah. In all fairness, it's had a pretty bad rep within people who don't get paid to review. It's like the legitimate consumer reviews have been like, what the hell have you done to it? This is pretty bad, kind of thing.
Deservedly so.
I've been very vocal about it amongst my group of friends, and basically said this is not a launch game. This is broken. This needed at least 2 more weeks of development to even become right.
Load times have
There's
gotten
just so
ridiculous.
much wrong with it.
Loads are bad. The loot box idea was a bad idea.
The loot box idea was awful.
And that's like, they introduced mods in 5 or 6. But
6.
okay, so they introduced it in 6, and it was okay because you could use them as many times as you wanted, and it boosted everything. I mean, when I look at Forza and I go, oh, I'm gonna adjust the line to be braking only because that's what I've used for pretty much always, but there's no bonus to doing that. It's like, what'd you do?
Yeah. The
Like,
original stability upon release was just appalling. You could not get into a multiplayer game at all. Then they decided to do that, and it has actually made it a lot more stable, which is good. I don't like the fact the auction house still isn't live. It's like a week and a half after launch. Nope, it still doesn't work, and there's 2 achievements tied into it as well, which is just ridiculous.
oh yeah, buy and sell a car in the auction house.
Yep.
Well, I think I'm gonna be done streaming for now. So.
Okay. So you're up, what, 3 now? Not
Yeah, I
bad.
got 3 so far, so good luck with finishing off your guns, gore, and cannoli.
Oh, it's gonna take a while.
Can you not just stand somewhere and they'll keep spawning, or is there a limit to...
No, it's fixed. regarding spawn count. So